Well, we knew it would be a great series, a top 25 matchup, SEC implications, and it started on Friday night. The Gators took game one on the strength of Aiden King's pitching, and then Texas A&M showed why they're a top 10 team. Their offense exploded on Saturday as they took game two. So here we go, the rubber game on this Sunday between the Florida Gators and the Texas A&M Aggies. Here's how the standings look now in the Southeastern Conference. Georgia with a win late last night in extra innings maintains that first place position, but only a half game ahead of Texas A&M. And Florida, meanwhile, just a couple of back, and they're sitting in sixth place as we begin this very important Sunday. It's a bobblehead Sunday, Wyatt Langford bobblehead day here at the ballpark, the third of the three series Gator Great series. And speaking of Gators Great, that's Nick Belmonte. I'm Sean Kelly. Welcome in, everybody. Here we go. Rubber game of this three-game series. Kind of thought we might end up in this position on this Sunday.
Yeah, like Wyatt Langford's bobblehead, it's been up and down, right? Friday night, we saw the Gators' great pitching. Saturday, we saw that amazing Texas A&M offense. But this game has national implications who could win this series. And for the Gators, beating number 7 Texas A&M winning this series, like Meatloaf said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, it's a winning series. The Gators, of course, will go for it here with Caden McDonald again at the designated hitter position, and why not? He's had a great weekend.
How about that? Here's a guy who's been pitching most of the year. He did hit 6 home runs, which is second in the Cape last year, but boy, I'll tell you, had a double in his third at-bat, hit that home run, followed up with a home run yesterday. He has been a factor this weekend for the Florida Gators.
On the mound for the Gators, right-hander Russell Sandifer out of Tampa, Florida. He hasn't had a decision recorded in a bit of time, but he has steadied himself as the third game starter in a weekend series for Kevin O'Sullivan.
Yeah, he can get up there to 95, has a sinker slider change. First pitch strikes is going to be key for him, getting ahead of these potent Texas A&M hitters.
And, of course, Sandifer faces off against a top 10 offense that really showcased all facets yesterday. After Aiden King shut them down on Friday, partners, Saturday saw the explosion for the Aggies.
Yeah, it's amazing. We saw Partito, we saw Wilson, Grahovic doing his thing. Caden Sorrell, 0 for 9 in this series, probably one of the better hitters on their ball club.
That's the biggest surprise, of course, Grahovic. Last 15 games batting .420. This series, though, he has been a monster, and he'll lead it off here for a lineup that's set in stone for Michael Early. This is a everyday, just rinse and repeat here for the Aggies.
Yeah, when you've got your lineup like this, Mike Early's like, hey, I know who I'm playing. And they are proving why they are 1 through 9, one of the best hitting teams in the nation.
Came into the weekend 23rd in team batting average, but top 10 in on-base percentage, slugging percentage, runs per game, 7th in home runs, 8th in walks. And the table setter is one of the best in the country. We're underway. Ball one here. Raymond Gregson's our home plate umpire. It's hot in Gainesville today. It'll probably get close to 90 here. It's sticky as well. Had a rain shower early this morning, and in an area that's desperate need of rain, the only place that seemed to get rained on in Gainesville was Condren Ballpark. They had an absolute downpour at 7:30 this morning. Nobody saw it coming, and so field conditions were as such that we're delayed 30 minutes in our start here this afternoon. Anticipate another big crowd today. We've had a lot of young folk here. Big attendance yesterday, nearing 7,000. Sandifer works here to Gavin Grahovic. Sandifer's positioned himself well by kind of having that attack mentality. Ground ball to the shortstop. It's Myers playing there today, and there's one gone. That attack mentality, again, I don't know how you use bulldog with a guy who's got pretty devastating slider right now, but his willingness to just attack hitters and work the strike zone is what's been Sandifer's MO here on Sundays.
Yeah, he pitches with emotion, and there's no question about it. He gets on a roll, he'll fire his teammates up.
So a big first outing getting Grahovic. And now, as you mentioned, Caden Sorrell, who leads them in home runs with 18, saw his on-base streak end on Friday night. He had reached base 32 consecutive times until Friday, and now looking for his first hit. And a ground ball to second is an easy play for Curlin. And so Sandifer's through their two very excellent hitters, 2 away, and the third member of this triumvirate at the top of the lineup is the second baseman, Chris Hakopian. The Aggies' second baseman coming into the weekend, a part of this threesome that collectively hits 346 on the year.
Yeah, Hakopian transfer from Maryland, 14 home runs a year ago. Missed 15 games early this year with a stiff back. So just kind of getting going now.
There's that slide piece we were talking about. As I mentioned earlier, Sandifer hasn't had a decision since March the 29th. He got the win at Arkansas, but in his last 3 starts, no decision for Russell Sandifer.
Yeah, and he went 4 2/3 last week against Auburn. Only surrendered 1 hit and did not give up an earned run.
His pitch count got up to 89 in the 4 2/3 last week. So how long can he go today? And we'll kind of talk about that as we approach the middle innings, if things stay on script here, and what it means for the Florida bullpen after 2 games played this weekend. Off the handle, and that's going to drop for a hit. He thinks that's a broken bat at the big league level, but it's a 2-out single here for Hakopian.
No doubt about it. That's the important part. You always tell guys, put it in play. And that's what he did. He got jammed, but fought it off with the aluminum bat, finds a home and center.
So Hakopian aboard for Dewar, the designated hitter. Yesterday, his on-base streak was snapped. He had reached in 22 straight, did not do so in game 2. One of 3 left-handed bats in the Aggies lineup this afternoon. It's a Texas A&M team that, with the win yesterday, and then Georgia splitting their doubleheader with Ole Miss, finds themselves a half game back of first place. And the Aggies have won now 7 of their last 8 games.
Now think about this. Dewar and Sorrell, 1 hit between the 2 of them in this series.
But no wiggle in the lineup. It's like you said earlier today. It is concrete right now.
Yeah, etched in stone, and you know you're going good when the coach says, okay, this is what we got going out there.
1-1 pitch. Bowen keeps it to his right and in front. Hakopian has not done a whole lot of running. 3 stolen bases in 3 attempts this season. Yeah, and Nick will always tell you whether we're in a running situation or not.
Yeah, I mean, you got a power hitter up, wind's blowing out to right. They're probably just going to let him swing.
So even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I mean, if you're ever going to go in this scenario, you go here. Obviously, you're going to run. It's a 3-2. Not a big lead, though.
And to bust him in, and we'll have a payoff pitch coming. One thing the Aggies have not done this weekend that they've done most of the time this season, that's score first and early, too. They like to play out in front, yet the Gators have had the first lead of the game in each of the first 2 games in this series. And that's through the hole on the right side. Hakopian's going to go first to third here. And 2 outs working and a couple of base runners at the corners now for Nico Partita, one of the best freshmen in the country coming up.
Yeah, just works it to the right side, inner third pitch, finds a hole. Again, just put it in play, right? Good things could happen. And a tough hitter here.
Likely freshman All-American Nico Partita.
Yeah, he's like the prize of their freshman class, and they got some good ones.
Double-digit home runs on the year. And Partita here this weekend is 2 for 9. You talk about the Aggies being hot, winners of 7 of their last 8. We're going to talk about Mississippi State at some point today. They've won 7 in a row after another thriller last night in Starkville.
Yeah, big comeback for Coach O'Connor's crew in front of a crowd of 15,000.
Ballpark was bursting at the seams. Partita has homered this weekend. And he gets ahead here in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, he had a big day yesterday. 2 for 5. He did hit that home run.
Aggies used a lot of the long ball yesterday. This one's up in the air, out toward Kyle Jones in center field. So the Aggies will leave 2 on base here. Sandifer keeps the Aggies off the board, and we'll get a look at Kevin O'Sullivan's interesting lineup card today when we come back. Here's the other man on the other side of this rubber game pitching matchup. Right-hander Weston Moss, former reliever, now starter, the junior from Spring, Texas.
Yeah, coming off a pretty good start last week against LSU. Fastball can touch 97. Cutter, sweeper, curve, and the cambio, the changeup, he'll throw that any time, and that's probably his best pitch.
Second most used pitch for him versus right and left, especially to left-handed hitters. And he'll be up against this Gators lineup that is without Brendan Lawson today. The Gators shortstop, the Golden Spikes award winner, watch list Canadian, is out today due to illness. So at shortstop, Colt Myers will bat 9th. None hotter, though, than Blake Sear, who's batting .500 in his last 8 games. And Sear also with 6 home runs across his last 6. Ethan Surowick in the 2 spot here today. And then Jacob Kendall in left field with Sear playing defensively in right. One thing that we talked about in our open is Caden McDonald. Can he keep his good weekend going in the designated hitter spot?
Yeah, if he stays patient, he can. Wait on his pitch. Don't go chase anything. He's got the power. And right now, obviously, he's a ball of confidence up there.
So the Gators enter today 12-4 versus ranked teams. And they'll look to win a 10th SEC series in their last 13 tries. Kyle Jones will get it started. Jones started yesterday's game with a strikeout. In fact, all 6 outs yesterday in the bottom halves of innings were recorded via strikeout by A&M starter Aiden Sims. And Moss's day is underway. So former reliever, now starter for the Aggies. Jones is 2 for 10 so far this weekend, 1-0. One thing we're going to talk about today, Nick, a little bit is reach, because it's significant for Weston Moss. You've got to go deeper than ERA and that kind of thing. His reach is over 6.5 feet. There's a line drive base hit, a good start to Jones's day. Reach is measured from the rubber to the release point of the baseball. And so for a guy who throws, let's say low 90s here for Moss, is that about accurate?
No.
On his fastball?
No, he's touched out 96, 97.
Okay. So now it's going to look even harder because the reach gives it that extra run to it. That makes it harder on hitters. So the first one to Surowick in there for a strike. Ethan batting .310 on the season. Better than that, though, over his last 25 games. Partita will go around the horn for the double play. So scored 5-4-3. The Gators hit into their 16th, and that's the 21st turn by the Aggies this season.
Yeah, let's talk about reach a little bit. And this is unfortunate, too, because you hit into a double play. A guy with a lot of reach is a guy you could steal a base off of, because those guys have longer delivery times because of it. And now it's the Gators' best base stealer, just got erased.
And the bases are empty here for your best hitter, Blake Sear. Sharply hit. Keller knocked it down, recovers, and is able to get Sear. So after that leadoff single by Jones, the pitcher's best friend, and then a retirement of Blake Sear. No scores. We head for the second. One of the reasons why the crowds have been so great, they wanted to come see a great series between two teams that have great measurements on our tail of the tape coming into the weekend's play.
Yeah, we talked about both these clubs. That's why this game has national implications, this series, I should say. And, you know, Gators, that strength of schedule at 3 is amazing. It seems like it's that every year. Now, those 13 wins for the Gators leads the nation in most wins versus a top 25 ball club.
Michael Early in his second season at the controls, and of course the veteran head coach of the Gators, Kevin O'Sullivan. Two teams that did not see each other last year. Aggies lead the overall series, and we'll get to that in a moment here, but 5 times played in 2024. It's Terrence Keel the second. Dad played in the NFL by the same name. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keel is kind of a pain for opposing teams when he gets on base.
Yeah, I was kidding him about his mad dash today. He was laughing.
1-2. A mad dash from first to home yesterday.
Yeah, running on the pitch, base hit the, I guess, short left center and ended up scoring on it. Like Enos Slaughter-like with the mad dash.
Good reference. Swung at a high pitch, popped it up in foul territory, and it's just beyond the reach of Stripling over in the camera well. So stay 1 ball and 2 strikes. Keel 2 for 8 in the series. Here's Landon Stripling. He's the first baseman today. Gators without Lawson. They get Myers back defensively at shortstop as a result.
And Keel's one of those guys, you can see how deep he's playing. A slow ground ball to shortstop. He's going to have to really charge because Keel can run.
Here's the 1-2. Sandifer misses away. Neither side has struck out yet. We saw many strike out in the first 2 innings yesterday. A matchup between Peterson and Aiden Sims. Three balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Slashed out to right field, and that's where Blake Sear is today. So the leadoff man is retired. Sear's in right today after a majority of the time playing in left. And with that, Jacob Kendall is now in left for the Gators this afternoon. Jacob came up in a pinch hit situation yesterday, got a ninth inning RBI single. So maybe see if his bat stays alive here on Sunday.
You know, the wind blowing out actually helped the defense on that one.
It's slashed away by Jorian Wilson.
Because that ball looked like it was going to fall in, but the wind took it out to Sear. Now you get the big power guy Wilson up.
The weather app says we're gusting to 12. When we check flags here in a second, sure looks like it's harder than 12 miles an hour blowing out the direction that just described. There you go. Yeah, it was a jet stream yesterday, too.
Yeah, it's almost like Jorian Wilson said, let's turn that on. I'm coming up.
Swing and a miss, and Wilson in a hole here. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Wilson's a guy that Coach Early went to a kind of like a summer ball tournament, and he discovered him.
And he's down on strikes here, and it's a 1-2-3 inning, or could be a 1-2-3 inning if you can get Harrison. That was something that eluded Gators pitching yesterday, is that 1-2-3 inning. It only happened on one occasion.
Went up the ladder here. And got Wilson out. Wilson struck out his first 2 times yesterday, and then ended up with a couple of hits. So.
Yeah, he couldn't get on base the first game and a half of the series, and then the Gators couldn't get him out in the second half yesterday. Here is Bear Harrison. 0-1 to him. This is the Aggies catcher.
Yeah, Bear Harrison's one of the better catchers in all of college baseball. He does a great job behind the plate. He throws out runners, you know, and he's going to hit enough too in their lineup. But he's a veteran guy. Started off as a freshman at St. Mary's as their starting catcher.
The brother's a big leaguer.
Yeah, pitcher in the Brewers organization in the big leagues.
Harrison's 2 for 8 this weekend. Sandifer looking to get the job done. 0-2. Wouldn't bite.
And the story we talked about the other day, when Kyle, his brother, was playing Little League ball, Harrison was running around, and they said to the Harrison family, your son is climbing the trees like a bear. And that nickname stuck, and here he is.
Great name for a catcher. Sometimes I see a pitch like that that's well wide, but man, it's like he's doing a wiffle ball. Mr. Kendall, the left fielder, makes it a 1-2-3 inning. So, through 6, 7, 8 in the lineup, Sandifer sets down the Aggies in order for the first time today. Well, we're getting settled in here. Early innings, no score. Gators coming to bat for the second time, and a good chance for us to welcome you all to the 35th all-time meeting between Texas A&M and Florida. The Aggies own the all-time series. They've had the better of it of late. 6 of the last 9 meetings have gone the Gig'em way, including a pair of College World Series wins over the Gators in 2024. Here in Gainesville, though, with Kevin O'Sullivan as the head coach of the Florida Gators, Florida is 9-2 against the Aggies in their home park. Carson Bowen, cleanup hitter, swings and misses for strike one. With Lawson unavailable today, Bowen's back into the cleanup spot. He'd been hitting 5th in games 1 and 2 of this series. And a low strike awarded to Weston Moss. Down on strikes is Bowen. That's the first strikeout for Moss today.
87-mile-an-hour changeup. That ball had a lot of run. Right on right changeup. You don't see it that often. Hitters don't see it that often.
Circle change grip. Is that what I picked up when he separated?
Yeah, yes it is. And that's his best pitch when he's got that going. And he'll throw it at any time of the count to left and right.
Here's Cade Kurland. And he's going to wear it. Boy, a lot of Gators have been hit by a pitch this weekend, especially on Friday night. Season high 4 times.
Yeah, he got plunked yesterday. There's the changeup again. And
if I'm going to get hit by a pitch, I'd rather it be a changeup.
Changeup, absolutely. Although his changeup's harder than most.
And not that any of them feel good. Let me. Stripling lines one out to center, and that's down for a hit. It's his second hit of the series.
I'll tell you, Stripling, when called upon, always seems to have pretty good ball games.
Pretty quiet guy. Goes about the work. Gators have their first runner in scoring position.
Mike Rivera, first base coach, catcher on that 2017 Gator National Championship team.
So here's Caden McDonald. And yesterday he hit his second home run of the weekend and his second career home run. Otherwise, he struck out 3 times. But he's produced in the series.
Yeah, it also has a double and a single this series, and he's one of the big storylines this weekend.
4 for 8 in all. 11 total bases. Takes low. When he found out that he was going to be the designated hitter on Friday, he was preparing for his organic chemistry exam, which impressed Kevin O'Sullivan because Sully told me that when he was a student at Virginia, 2-1, backs up the third baseman, makes a great play to get one, and over to first, not in time to get the double play. Boy, Partita had his hands full on that shot off the bat of McDonald. They get the out at second, which retires Stripling. Kurland moves to third here, and they're at the corners with 2 outs. Back to the organic chemistry for just a moment. O'Sullivan was so impressed that Caden was preparing for his final because he said, in all my classes when I was a student at Virginia, that's the only one that I had a mound of trouble with. I did not know that Sully was a pre-med major when he was at Virginia.
Breaking news, I didn't know that.
So now Jacob Kendall, and after the hit and the RBI in the 9th yesterday, into the lineup today playing left field. And when the season started, Kendall and Cash Strayer were like, okay, here are 2 freshmen that can really be of help this season. Cash Strayer's been hurt. Kendall kind of fell off a bit.
Yeah, Kendall got to start opening night because how hot he was in preseason.
Right at Grahovac, And the Gators leave a pair on here in the second. So we're through 2, and neither side has cracked the run column just yet. Up 86 degrees. UV index, Nick, high today. Here are 2 different approaches to handling the sunshine in Gainesville today.
Yeah, have your sunblock out today. It's very humid as well.
And we've seen a parade of Little Leaguers all weekend long. See, he's got the neck fan machine. I don't have one of those. I don't know if I'm ready to take that step.
Yeah, that's second level stuff.
No score. We're off to the third. 9-1-2 for the Aggies. Looking for their 33rd win of the year. 8-4 now on the road. They're finally back home next week. Big series against Auburn. Their schedule down the stretch, not going to be easy. Starting with Auburn next weekend. But on this road trip so far, this SEC road trip, Kellner sends one off the leg of Surowick, scrambles, and now throws it away. Should have put it in his pocket. And the 9-hole hitter, Kellner, puts on the brakes at second base. So we'll see how they score this. There's an error involved one way or the other.
Yeah, this ball is scorched. Surowick just got a little too hasty here. He tried to make a hero play and just really didn't have the time. Once you had to go get that in barehanded, then you just put it in your pocket.
So the Aggies, for the second time in the game, have a runner in scoring position. So they're going to score this, a base hit for Boston Kellner, and then advances to second on an error. Charges Surowick his 7th. And that one shot out to center field, and Grahovac didn't waste any time. They're going to send the runner. The throw is on the way to the plate, but too late. Going to end up on being an RBI, the 58th of the year for Grahovac, and the Aggies score first. It's 1-0.
Yeah, aggressive with nobody out. Took a shot and no play anyway, so Grahovac just sitting on that ball. It's a 2-seamer tailing back. Boy, off his bat, it's major league exit speed.
Not just exit approach, too. He shot one into right field yesterday. That was a professional at bat, to say the least. In conference games, he's led the league in RBI, and he adds to his total, not just here today or over on the season, but throughout the weekend. So he's at first, still nobody out, and 1 run in. Texas A&M is 23-2 this year when they score first. And now Caden Sorrell, who's still hitless this weekend.
Yeah, you're hoping that Gators are hoping to get out of here without a hit, but man, I tell you, he's just a dangerous hitter. Look at those numbers.
Don't you think it's just a matter of time, right?
Yeah, it is.
0 for 10 this weekend. So that error costly because it put Kellner in scoring position. He's able to score on the base hit by Grahovac. And Sandifer now has to wrestle through this top third of the order with still nobody out. If it's fair, it's trouble. Ends up being a souvenir, and it's now a 1-2 count, and a long walk back to the plate for Caden Sorrell. First time the Aggies have grabbed the first lead this weekend.
You're going to see that leader here by Grahovac and stripping right there. What you see now with first baseman, they don't keep that foot on the base. They move up towards the pitcher more. And that's going to cut down the angle when they get the throw.
And Sorrell has his first hit. Grahovac didn't hesitate. He's going to go first to third. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Yeah, these balls are hit pretty darn hard. And goes out and gets, it looks like possibly a changeup right there, and still pulls it. That's a good piece of hitting. Now Sully's going to send Bowen out there to try to get the bullpen going, I would think.
They'll have to get personnel down there before anybody can get throwing. And Hakopian waits at the plate. Boy, back to Sorrell's swing, too. Changeup outside, left-handed hitter, still gets all the way around it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dangerous. And, you know, Gators have had their way with him for 2 days. And, you know, they're hoping that that doesn't ignite him. Because right now they're in a world of, I guess, a spot of bother right now, right?
A spot of bother, yes. Very British of you. They had 2 runs in the third yesterday, 1 in already here in the third today. And a breaking ball strike to start Hakopian, who's 1 for 1. Hakopian now with 4 hits in the series.
Yeah, he's looking for something he can elevate.
He has struck out twice. Gators middle infielders will be looking to turn a double play themselves. It's helped out the Aggies already today. Next from Sandifer. Out to center. Jones measures it, makes the catch. Tag at third. The throw will be cut, and it's 2-0 as Grahovac scores on the sac fly to center field by Hakopian to get his 23rd RBI.
Yep, got the pitch he can elevate as he's looking to do, and results into an RBI.
So the big first out, but trade a run for it. Now Jake Dewar, the left-handed hitting DH for the Aggies, coming to the plate. Dewar singled his first time up. It is quiet right now in this ballpark with the Aggies taking this lead.
You know the movie 16 Candles?
Yes.
Molly Ringwald's boyfriend was named Jake Ryan in the movie. That was the character's name. Jake Dewar was named after that character. How about that?
Dad's in the business, or was in the business, fouled off.
I actually know somebody that was in that movie. Brian Doyle Murray played the priest at the towards the end at the wedding scene.
I mean, that's an 80s staple.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
John Hughes, Chicago's own.
And Jake Dewar's dad was in Charlie's Angels, speaking of primetime television.
There you go.
So Sandifer peppered the strike zone through the first 2 frames. Trying to work around the top half of this lineup. This is the cleanup spot in the Aggies' 9. 2-1. Well, we talked about the next weekend for A&M. The Gators have a tough one next week as well, on the road at Oklahoma.
Yeah, they've played good baseball up until this point. I think they're 1-1 in their series this weekend.
Let's see here. Yesterday, Oklahoma,
I believe they won.
they beat Auburn 2-1 on the Plains.
Yep, they got a rubber game today.
Then you'll finish at home in the regular season, Mother's Day weekend. Gators will host Kentucky. Dewar pops it up, and Kendall out and left has the second out.
Yeah, for outfielders, this is a good sky to catch balls. You ever hear the words high sky? And that's when there's no clouds in the sky. And for outfielders, that's a lot of times it's really hard to judge. I mean, I can tell you from past experience, especially playing in the northwest part of the country in the minors, that was tough on those high skies. But when you have perspective with these clouds, it's pretty easy for outfielders to measure those cans of corn.
Deep and left is Kendall here for this right-handed hitter, Nico Partita. Partita flew out to Jones his first time up, and the throw to first. As Sorrell diving back in.
Yeah, I was talking about these first basemen. A lot of them you see in the big leagues now, they're like 2 steps towards the pitcher, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to tag you more on your back than on your hands.
Just because the surface area is better?
No, you can actually get to the player sliding back to first quicker if you get them on the back or the backside. You could just get the throw and just drop your glove down real quick. The ball doesn't have to travel as far.
Well, it's interesting is that, you know, the pendulum swings, right? For the longest time in baseball, we were fighting to keep first baseman both feet inside the foul line, remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now they've gone completely the other way as they are closer to the pitcher and the throw. That's off Bowen's mitt, and Sorrell will trot down to second base.
Yeah.
So not only is it the 3-0 count, but a runner in scoring position.
And I wouldn't be surprised with a guy like Partita, as hot as he is, to green light him here. I mean, he's a guy who could drive the ball out of the ballpark. Got to get scoring position, 2 outs.
Score that at pass ball. And let's see if he has the green light here on 3-0. Takes ball 4 up top. That's the first walk issued by Sandefur. And Kevin O'Sullivan is out of the first base dugout, and now there are bodies in the Gators bullpen. None throwing as of yet as O'Sullivan makes his way to the mound. And the 7th man to bat is coming up in Terrence Keel II, who was kind of robbed of a line drive base hit his first time up. Because of the wind, as you mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, he hit a scorpion, and I thought it was going to fall in, and the wind just took it right out to Sear in right field. Actually helped the defense. And Sully trying to hope he doesn't have to go to his bullpen early here today. Boy, he'd love to get like a 1-pitch out right here.
Mm-hmm.
You think about it, you get a 1-pitch out here, it's 2-0. You're feeling confident you can come back from that.
Yeah, because it feels like it should be worse.
Yeah, just somewhat. We've seen a lot of traffic, that's why, yeah.
Now, it still can be. Might have your 1-pitch out right here. Mm-hmm. And again, Keel sends it out to right field, and it is a routine fly ball for Sear. So you spoke it into existence, so 1 pitch out there, but 2 runs come in for the Aggies for the first lead of the day.
Conference Tournament, all of college baseball.
Run straight for the breakaway.
Let's get to Hoover.
Well, the festival of baseball that it is, the SEC baseball tournament, right around the corner. Single elimination with everybody involved. Very valuable to be seeds 1 through 4, obviously. And the Aggies in a position to do that right now. The Gators on the outside looking in, but not by much. Florida comes into the day 3 games out of first place. Aggies a half game back of Georgia. And we're going to need all 3 weekends left in the regular season to determine seeding for the affair in Hoover. If you've never been, it's just worth it in the sense that if you're a baseball guy or gal, you can get it from about 10 a.m. in the morning until 1 a.m. at night.
I've broadcast games well past.
Yeah. Up for the first time now is the 9-hole hitter for the Gators, Colt Myers. He's at shortstop today.
I got a game one time there, started like at 12:05.
Ranging to his left, Boston Kellner tires his counterpart. 1 gone here in the 3rd.
Yeah, shutdown opportunity right here for Weston Moss. That's always important, especially when you're on the road.
Well, the Gators, go ahead.
No, your offense feels really good. They put some runs on the board. Now, if you can get in the dugout quick, especially on a hot day like this, I mean, it's not a day that Weston Moss really wants to be out there laboring. This is huge. Now, what you want to do is make him work this inning.
We'll turn it over and a strike to Kyle Jones, the Gators center fielder. 1 for 1 today. Base hit in the first, was retired at second on a double play ball. So Jones falls behind here 0-2.
Yeah, that Weston Moss fastball at 96.
No walks as of yet, and that big overhand old school lineup, or windup rather. As a staff, and we see it basically with all the arms that have come out for A&M this weekend. They're 3rd in the country in walks per 9, 2.83. And Michael Early has a pitching staff right now that's 8th in the country in strikeout to walk ratio. Cutting it off is the 3rd baseman, and another really nice play by Partita. Not nearly as spectacular as the one he made last inning to get a force out at second, but boy, he sure is sure-handed over there at the hot corner.
Boy, he's showing you he's one of the best young players in all of college baseball. He has made 2 sparkling defensive plays. That one he made an inning ago was huge. I mean, he made a great play on a tough ball and threw a perfect seed to second base on the feed.
So now Ethan Surwick, he'll chop one but foul toward that 3rd baseman. So the Gators' best hitter in conference play. He's actually hitting better in conference play than overall in the season. 308 on the season, 333 in conference play. Moss ahead again. So he finally touches 97. This is probably what you say the top end of his velocity.
Yeah, he went 4 1/3 last week at LSU. Only gave up, I believe, 1 hit.
And down on strikes to Surwick. It's a 1-2-3 shutdown frame for Weston Moss. 2-0. Texas A&M leads it a third of the way through. A nice crowd on a Wyatt Langford bobblehead day. Rubber game of this 3-game set. 2-0 Aggies as we go to the 4th inning. Speaking of Wyatt Langford, Trenton Thunder. What's the only thing what has he done that no one else has ever done on Sunday Night Baseball?
Hit for the cycle?
Hit for the cycle.
There you go.
7, 8, and 9, starting with Jorian Wilson. And the first 2 from Russell Sandifer's in there for his strike. Speaking of former Gators, great to catch up with Hurston Waldrop yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Great seeing Hurston. Boy, what a great job he did as a Gator.
0-2.
Yeah, Jorian Wilson, I was talking to him about the fact that Coach Early went to see him in a tournament, and he went 0 for 4. And he offered him a scholarship the next day.
And he rockets one out into right, and he's got another hit this weekend.
So Michael Early said he called Jorian on the phone, and he said, hey, when you went 0 for 4 on those, were you guessing on those 4 pitches that you swung and missed? He goes, yes, I was. He goes, that's all I need to know. He said, I could fix that, and the rest is history. He was a quarterback. You believe that in high school?
I can't believe that because I'd have said tight end,
he was a
defensive end.
QB.
4 hits on the weekend now. And here's Bear Harrison. So the leadoff man has reached in 2 of the 4 innings for the Aggies offensively. Harrison flew out to left his first time up. Wilson has 6 stolen bases. He's off the bag at first. So 1-1 now to Harrison. As he peers down at Cliff Pennington, former big leaguer, in the third base coach's box.
Yeah, a lot of big years with the Oakland A's, Cliff.
Sandifer missing down and in now. 2-1 the count.
2-1's a run count. Fastball pretty quick to the plate is Sandifer. A 1.25 delivery time on the fastball. That's advantage defense. Not a great lead at first by Wilson.
So now 2-2. And Harrison was a part of the long ball attack in game 2 of this series.
Yeah, he crushed this one. One of the deepest parts of the park.
Yeah, 7th home run of the year. Still thinking about the home run yesterday from Grohovac that went over the batter's eye in center field. Caglione-like fights this one off. Count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes.
How spoiled were we to have Jack Caglione, his career, and able to call it? I mean, we saw Jack hit one over the scoreboard in right field. I don't know if we'll ever see that again. I was telling people back, he was hitting them 118 off the bat. I said, that's major league 1%.
2-2. That one shot out into the gap. Wilson's going to go first to third here. The ball bobbled in the outfield, allows an extra base for Bear Harrison, who ends up at second. Wilson was going to go first to third anyway, but you were hoping to be base runners at the corners.
Yeah, keep the double play in order. And Jones is not going to field this one. I'm sorry, Kendall's not going to field this one cleanly. And Bear Harrison takes advantage. Just went up the glove of Jacob Kendall right there.
Just still trying to find that everyday third outfielder. They're going to charge him with an error, allowing Harrison to get the second. And now Boston Kellner.
And Kevin O'Sullivan has a decision to make here with nobody out. He's going to play his defense back. He doesn't want this thing to get out of hand. If you get a strikeout pop-up, non-productive out here, then you may see him bring the infield in with 1 out. to be determined.
An error on Kendall is his first as a Gator, but 2 now errors on the day. And if you think back to last Sunday, errors were a part of the reason why the Gators were unable to beat Auburn.
Yeah, and obviously we talked about it. That's one part of the game going forward that's got to improve, because you cannot give teams like a Texas A&M with all that firepower extra outs. In this case, extra bases.
Counter singled and scored earlier, and now 1 ball and 2 strikes to the 9-hole hitter, the shortstop for Texas A&M.
Boy, I'll tell you what probably will happen here. You get a strikeout pop-up here. You got a base open. You probably just put Grahovac on. I would.
Not a bad thought. He's on deck. Bowen backhands this one to keep the runner at third base.
Bowen has done a nice job handling the pitching staff this year for the Gators.
Needed a veteran receiver. Got one in Carson Bowen.
I've talked to some scouts. They really like what he does back there.
Big pitch here for Sandifer. 2-2. Got him on strikes. So there's a big first out for Russell Sandifer. All right, so let's get to your scenario here as Grahovac makes his way to the plate.
Yeah, just straight gas. Go ahead and try to hit it. I don't know if I let him swing here. He's just been so devastating.
Maybe the unintentional, intentional walk.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, you're definitely not grooving them one. And if they fall behind, they'll probably just put them on.
Single and an RBI today for the first baseman. Wow. Bowen hesitated after receiving it, thinking that was going to be strike one. 58th RBI on the season. Back in the third inning.
Yeah, they're not giving in to him. 2 breaking balls. So you're going to see a steady diet of that.
Doesn't get any easier with Sorrell on deck. He's finally cracked through with his first hit of the series. More on him in a moment. Again, everything's off speed and out of the heart of the plate here for Sandifer against Grahovac. Cooper Walls is up and throwing in the Florida bullpen.
Change up.
Yeah. A little off script.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, no challenge of fastballs. If you are going to throw him a fastball here, it's got to be over the hands or up and away. See if he'll chase it.
It's away from Bowen. Here comes Wilson, and he will score. And over to third base is Harrison on the play. Scored a wild pitch.
Again, just try to get something that he was going to chase and just didn't get it to Bowen behind the plate.
Tremendous spin on it, too. And Bowen gets chest protector, on it, but it spins right off.
Now you bring the infield in.
They're on the creep, and a payoff pitch to Grahovac. Foul territory. Bowen's going to give it a look. Same with Stripling, but it is a good 3 rows behind the Gators' dugout.
And that's the scary part about Grahovac. He's falling off change-ups, and you dare throw him a fastball here because he proved that he could hit a fastball a long way.
Yeah, and there was also a moment yesterday, and by the way, he had 4 hits, including a home run.
Yeah.
He had a great 2-strike swing to the right side.
Oh, that was my favorite swing he's had all weekend.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Sandifer.
Yeah, there's that fastball over the hands, and he didn't get it.
So a big second strikeout in the inning, big second out, obviously, with Caden Sorrell coming up. And you called it, partner. It had to be elevated here a little bit.
Yeah, big out. Now think about this. We've talked about as much traffic the Aggies have had today. You get an out here, it's 3-0. It seems like it's more,
Yes.
but it's not. So it's very doable.
And you'll have Sandifer an opportunity to get you through 5 as the starting pitcher. Start a clean inning.
Yeah, it's Cooper Walls, who's been a starter. He can get you multiple innings.
But now Sandifer will deal with Caden Sorrell, who's a .313 hitter in conference play. 346 on the season. 18 home runs. And sitting on 59 runs batted in. Sends this one out of play. So the runner at third is Harrison, the catcher. Wilson singled, and then an error was a part of the problem. A wild pitch is what allowed Wilson to eventually score.
Now, he threw him a changeup last time. Remember, he reached out and pulled it.
Yes. That's not a changeup.
Nope. Couple of fastballs in a row.
Yeah, Sorrell with that base hit in the third. Finally got his first knock of the weekend.
He's got him set up for a changeup now, however, after showing him one up and in. Change the eye level.
Impressive win there by Sandifer.
Two-seamer on the black. Got him to chase.
So now you've got some options, right? This is a pitcher's count at 1-2.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could do the changeup. Of course, you got to put pressure on your catcher if you're going to do off speed.
Yep. This is playable. Fighting the sun. They lost it, and now the third baseman, Serwick, saves the day, gets the third out. Myers lost it in that sunshine. A run comes in, though. It's 3-0 for the Aggies. Well, final exams begin tomorrow here at the University of Florida, and then next weekend will be awfully busy. Graduation weekends, Gainesville will be packed. Gators trying to win the SEC series here against Texas A&M, the rubber game between the Aggies and the Gators. Albert trying to get everybody in position as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning with 3-0 on the board in favor of Texas A&M. And Blake Sear will lead things off for the Gators. 3-4-5 here in the order. Weston Moss back to work. Misses ball one. How good Sear been? How about this? 8-game hitting streak. Last 7 games, he's batting .519. Strike one to the Gators right fielder today. In the 7 games where he's gone .519, he's 14 of 27 coming into today. 6 home runs, a double, 14 runs batted in. It's only one thing that he hasn't done, 1-1, is walk. It's not drawn a walk. He's 0 for 1 today, grounded out to short. Back in the first.
I think he got hit by a pitch somewhere in there.
Yes, he did.
But 6 home runs, that's crazy. He's as hot as they come right now.
hit his 10th of the year yesterday. That's one more than his 9 a year ago. You know, we were talking earlier about that atmosphere in Starkville yesterday.
Yeah.
I turned on the television when I got home just to take a peek. People were literally hanging off the rails at Dudy Noble. Would you say 15,000 plus?
Yeah, it was, I think they're third largest in history yesterday. And I've done some super regionals there, and they had more yesterday than in some of those.
It was a wild scene. And they walked off the Tigers. Here's Sear, fly ball to left, and Keel has out number 1. Yeah, Mississippi State now has won 7 in a row. And Coach O'Connor's got the Bulldogs racing up the standings. Coming into today, State is 12-8 in league play, 2 games back at first place with that 7-game win streak. There's no hotter team in the SEC right now.
But isn't it so funny in this conference, because they go into Oxford, sweep Ole Miss, right?
Yep.
And I believe they go and get swept by somebody. Ole Miss comes here, wins 2 out of 3, and Ole Miss has not looked back.
Bowen shoots a fly ball out toward the gap, and over to get it is Wilson. 2 gone.
So there's a lot of streaks going on this year in this conference.
And all Florida does is run into good teams. That's why their strength of schedule is 3rd in the country.
Yeah. Now, a year ago when the Gators went 1-11, they were really top heavy, who they were playing earlier in the year. I mean, if you're just looking at record-wise, as crazy as to say the last 2 weekends, Kentucky here, and I dare say LSU is not playing very good right now.
And both those teams are under 500, yeah. Cade Curlin hit by a pitch his first time up. Yeah, Kentucky's 8-12 in conference play. LSU 6-14. And those are the 2 teams you'll wrap the regular season with. Home against Kentucky, at Baton Rouge to finish.
Isn't it crazy, though, in the last, 5-6 years, team wins the College World Series and has a rough year the next year? We've seen that. I mean, Ole Miss. It happened to Mississippi State.
Yep.
Now it's happening in LSU.
Well, and Texas A&M was on the brink in 24. He made a great run, didn't finish, with a championship, but last year for the Aggies was below what they would like to be. 0-2 to Cade. Lifts this one out to Keel. Taking an angle toward the warning track. It's one hop off the top rail and a ground rule double here for Cade Curlin.
Cade Curlin's starting to swing it better, no doubt about it. He's starting to find the groove. We missed a lot with an oblique injury this year, and that put him behind. And now he's starting to look like we saw his freshman year, when he's starting to play every day, getting in the groove.
And especially yesterday, and I talked to Cade earlier today about it. He had 1 hit yesterday, but it was kind of an old-fashioned Cade Curlin hit. He let the ball get deep in the zone, and he shot it the opposite way.
Yeah, it was a good at
bat. And I told him this morning, I said, that looked more like you yesterday. And he said, yeah. He goes, I'm feeling more like me now. And he goes down to get this one out to the 380 sign. So 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, and Stripling at the plate here. Good stop by Harrison in the dirt.
Yeah, I mean, Cade Curlin in this lineup is going to have to be a staple going forward. There's no doubt about it, and that's one of the good signs that Cade's doing that. Sure, it'll make his parents, Brett and Blair, happy. That base hit.
That one's back to the screen, and that will allow Curlin to get to third base, and Harrison wants time. That's 2 pitches from Moss that have been way off the page here from what we've seen through the first 3 innings of work.
Well, what they say about Weston Moss sometimes is he's rolling right along, and then he hits a wall, right? And this is another opportunity here for a shutdown point, as his team put a run up in the top of the inning. And another issue sometimes they say with Weston is he gets a little too emotional at times and kind of amps up, not to his advantage.
First year as a starter, full-time. Florida has 11 comeback wins this year, trying to get on the board here with 2 outs. And 3-0 is the count to Stripling.
2-0 changeup, right? Wow.
A bit surprising. One thing the Gators were good at on Friday in their win, 2-out hits. 5 of them. Really? Stripling probably didn't do himself any favors by turning away.
Well, Gators would love to get this guy on and Caden McDonald on deck. Home run power. There we go.
Base on balls for the first time. And the Aggies don't offer many of those.
All right, here we go. Caden McDonald has shown home run power this weekend.
First career homer on Friday, number 2 yesterday.
He could tie this thing up in one swing.
Yes, he could.
And in a game that seems like the score should be more than it is, with all the traffic Texas A&M has had.
Jason Kelly, the pitching coach.
Yeah, he's just trying to slow him down. Probably, talk about his emotion, trying to keep him in check that way.
To your point, though, about, 3-0's the score. Feels like more. 5 left on base by the Aggies.
Yes.
Put pressure on Sandifer with early offense in 2 of the 4 innings thus far. And back-to-back singles in the 3rd. And then a pair of singles to start the top of the 4th. But again, left 5 on so far. And you compound that with 2 Gators errors and a wild pitch. 3-0 could be more like 6-7-0. But for Florida here, as Nick just alluded to, one swing of the bat and the whole ball game is brand new again.
Yeah, last week against LSU, he's rolling along 4 1/3, 3 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. They took him out in the 5th. The relievers didn't give up any of his traffic, but he threw 80 pitches that day.
0-1 pitch is outside. The Gators have seen pretty much what A&M's got bullpen-wise here now throughout the weekend. Their 2 best relievers have both now seen the field. That one got away from Moss as well.
Yeah, and interesting enough, Freshcorn, who the Gators saw yesterday, they will more than likely see him again today.
The one thing the Gators did do, they extended him in the 9th. Florida didn't win the game, but they got Freshcorn up over 35 pitches.
Yeah, 36 pitches yesterday. Last week against LSU, he went 34 pitches and 29 pitches in back-to-back days. So, and he's done it a couple of times where he's gone back-to-back close to 30 pitches each.
2-2 for Moss. Swing and a rip, and there's another RBI for McDonald. He's having a great weekend, and the Gators are on the board as Curlin comes in, 3-1.
That's one of the best stories of the weekend for the Florida Gators, the emergence of the hitter, Caden McDonald. We've seen him do a great relief work out of the pen. But again, this guy was 2nd in home runs. He takes a hanging slider, pulls it, and another good at-bat. It's the leg down, hands through.
Yeah, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Delivers.
You got to tip your cap to Cade Curlin after 2 quick outs, getting that double.
Yeah.
Starting this thing.
Now Jacob Kendall popped him up, first pitch swinging. The second baseman wants it. Hakopian has out number 3. The Gators get on the board, though. 1 run on 2 hits, 2 left on base. First 2 left on base by the Gators today. 3-1 through 4. Nick Belmonte told you earlier today, game has national implications. Aggies just trying to kind of boost things. Gators here need a win today, I think, to hang on to this 8th projected national seed. We'll get an update on that on Tuesday, but I'm afraid a loss for Florida today knocks them out of that top 8. Their RPI could fall to as low as about 13 if the Gators aren't able to come back and win today.
Well, yeah, I mean, a loss today, you're 1-3 for the week, so that's obvious. You win here, it's 2-2, but you've beaten the number 7 ranked team in the nation 2 out of 3. You look at Michael Early. I was talking to his minor league coach, Mike Pinto, who had him for the Southern Illinois Miners in Marion, Illinois, yes. And that's after he was released by an affiliate. And he said Michael Early was one of those guys that if he went 0 for 4 and the team won, he's happy. If he went 4 for 4 and the team lost, he's upset. And I said, you want those guys.
I think he was honored as one of the great miners of all time.
Yes.
In that independent team's history.
Yes, he was.
Yes. Sanford back to work. We're underway in the 5th. 3-1 lead for 3, 4, and 5 in the Aggies order, starting with Chris Hakopian.
And when you said the Miners, you meant Miners.
E-R-S.
The Southern Illinois Miners.
Yes.
So you're from around there. They
Well,
actually do. They have mining there. Because you're a
yes.
Saluki, right?
My wife is from that area. I went to school in Carbondale, which is about 20 minutes away from Marion.
Yep.
1-1 pitch. Yeah, Southern Illinois University, the Salukis in Carbondale, and the Southern Illinois Miners in Marion.
Played with a Saluki, actually a couple of them. Danny Thomas and Neil Fiala was my roommate one year in summer ball. Got to the big leagues with the Cardinals, did Neil?
Yes. Probably the most accomplished Saluki, as this is out to Blake Sear, is Steve Finley.
Oh, yeah, Steve Finley's good. Well, Gators, University of Florida Gators, had a great pitching coach here, the late, great Steve Weber, who pitched for Southern Illinois, won a College World Series with the University of Georgia. But when I was a player here, he was our pitching coach.
I did not know that.
Yep. Yeah, Gators actually honored him a couple years ago here.
Ball one away to Jake Dewar. 1 for 2 today. Base hit back in the first, was stranded. 3-1 ball game, 1 out. And out towards Sear again. This is sinking, and he's able to glove it on a hop. It is a 1-out base hit for Jake Dewar. And that'll bring up Partita. You know, with your career, I'm trying to think if there's any corner of the baseball world that you have not touched in some way.
No, there's definitely 6 degrees of Nick Belmonte out there, no question.
Freshman walked his last time up. Gators bullpen will be at the ready here. Walls was up throwing in the 4th. Because now you get that run on the Florida side in the bottom of the 4th. Everything becomes awfully competitive again. This might be fortunate. Over to first. Got him. Double play. 25th double play turned by the Gators. And that takes away that 1-out single, obviously, and sends this game to the bottom of the 5th. The score stays the same.
my fixation.
The real fun just getting started.
Run straight for the breakaway.
The celebration is on.
One of my favorite sporting events in the entire calendar year, and here are the dates that will take us in the direction of Omaha, Nebraska. Of course, May 25th is just as much fun in baseball as Selection Sunday is in college basketball. It's a big part of what Memorial Day weekend is all about, and then the postseason play begins. Hopefully the Gators and the Aggies both will be hosting regionals. Pair of pretty good jerseys right there.
Absolutely. Emmett and Tim.
Here's Colt Myers. Weston Moss almost tags Myers here. Moss a little bump in the road last inning. Otherwise, he has cruised through this start.
That's one of those things, if you think it through, you might as well let it hit you.
9-1-2. Of course, you always do that hindsight, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, you hit at a high level, Nick. I mean, that decision.
Well, it's always in that scenario, too, when you step in the box, you're like, okay, what situation are we in this game? Your baseball acumen will usually tell you, okay, we need base runners or bases loaded, and you've got a 1-2 count on you or something. You're thinking, man, bases loaded, 1-2 count. If he comes into me, I got to kind of lean in a little bit here, you know. Don't make it look obvious, though. They call that more now than they ever have. And some of the times I don't agree with it. I mean, hitters need to stay in position.
Full count now to the Gators shortstop. I mean, in a game where being successful 1/3 of the time is pretty good, you take away a tool from a hitter. Leadoff walk, and that's was a problem for Florida yesterday. Will it be a problem for the Aggies here in the bottom of the 5th?
Well, they say that sometimes Weston Moss is going to hit a wall. Gators hoping it's this inning, and it may be it. It was 4 1/3 last weekend when he was lifted.
Yep, and he's lifted here. 4 1/3. Michael Early makes a call to the bullpen with the top of the order for the Gators coming up. So that'll be all for Moss. I'll tell you about the reliever for the Aggies when we return to Gainesville. Well, the first call to the bullpen on either side today is Texas A&M going to get Right-hander Gavin Lyons.
Yeah, Gators saw him yesterday. He won an inning yesterday, gave up a run, and he's a guy that does a lot of back-to-back stuff. Went back-to-back against LSU, 39 pitches in both appearances a week ago. 87 and 92 on the fastball. Three-quarter slot, which has a little bit of deception, but he is a fastball-heavy pitcher, so you're going to see a lot of number one coming at you.
This will be his 11th appearance in conference play with an ERA in SEC games of 5.06. And that's been the thing. I mean, it's a very good Aggie ball club, but pitching, especially in conference games, has not been superb. The staff ERA for the Aggies in SEC play is 6.06. But when you're averaging over 9 runs a game, you can overcome it a little bit. So the Gators with a leadoff walk for Colt Myers. He's at first. Top of the order now, it's Kyle Jones, 1 for 2 at the plate. He'll take strike one here. Yeah, that delivery is a little different. Partita is even with the bag at third. Up the middle, they look for the double play ball. Another potential fly ball out. This is toward no man's land, though. Long run for Hakopian, and it's a foul ball. And a collision here between Wilson and Hakopian. Myers is going to run all the way first to home, and now finally the indication that it's a foul ball. And Hakopian's hurt.
Yeah, he got tangled up with the big guy. And the wind kept hoping the Gator cause pulling that more in the foul territory, because off the bat it looked routine.
Hakopian now on a knee. Wilson, meanwhile, gets a towel from Gators trainer Jared Schweim. He had a busted lip. You know, we watched Hakopian yesterday make plays in every sector of this ballpark except the third base dugout. Gets you a better look at this collision. Yeah, the belt of Hakopian looks like it makes contact with Wilson's face. Oh, it's the shoulder that busts his lip. And then, again, let's remember that Hakopian's running into a guy who's, what, 6'6", 240? Jorian Wilson's a big dude. 6'4", 240, my mistake.
Yeah, he's going to be all right, though. But, I mean, that initial collision, you saw it. It looks like both guys will be okay, which is always nice to see. But like you said, you said it perfectly. It was in no man's land, so who's going to make this call? Then you have the wind that's been going out to right center field. Gator fans classy as they applaud both players. And it was just a pure effort play, and just one of those things, and you're just lucky that that's all it was, is a momentary collision.
Yeah, Hakopian left leg there.
Yeah, and it's one of those things in the game of baseball. It's not like you can take them off the field, tape them up, and put them back out there, right? So, and that's something they may do between innings.
So the count now 0-2 to Kyle Jones. Strike 3 called. After that long wait, Jones unable to pull a trigger here. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, that's that fastball from the three-quarter slot. Those are always going to run back in. Bear Harrison with a nice frame job to secure the call.
So third strikeout for Aggies pitching today. First for Gavin Lyons. 1 gone, and here's Surowick. That one runs further away. So 1-0 to Surowick, who's 0 for 2 today. The timing pretty good here with regard to the lineup. Serwick now, Sear next. For the Gators trying to come back from down 3-1.
Big hack there trying to tie this thing up with one swing. I mean, if you look at the line score, 3-8-0 for the Aggies, 1-4-2 for the Gators. It doesn't seem that close. But here you are, one swing away from tying this up.
That's right. So Lions now behind 2 balls and 1 strike. Double play is still in order, and that has Hakopian toward the second base bag. Chopper here, and yet another double play for the Aggies. Quiets things here in the bottom of the 5th. That's twice now the pitcher's best friend has come into play for A&M, who holds that 3-1 lead. Well, as we go to the 6th inning, both starting pitchers now done for the day. Weston Moss went 4 innings. Gators starter Russell Sandifer went 5, and the first Gator out of the bullpen is sophomore right-hander Cooper Walls.
Yeah, his 14th appearance. This is his 6th appearance in relief. And I mean, he's a guy that can run it up there. I mean, we've seen Cooper Walls touch mid-90s, even 96, fastball, slider, change. And when he's going, it's a ton of strikes. You can see 9 walks, 31 strikeouts. And his job right here clearly defined, keep this a 3-1 ball game.
So Sandifer's line on the day, 90 pitches, the 5 innings of work. All 3 runs ended up being earned, despite the Gators committing 2 errors defensively today. But he leaves the game. He's on the hook for a loss, but he's kept us a 2-run game despite all the traffic that he dealt with through those 5 innings. Wall's first pitch near the dome of Kiel here, who leads it off for the Aggies.
Sean, that's a great point. I mean, that's Sandifer line right there. If you ask Sully, 3 runs, 5 innings against this Poden offense, he'd take that.
And they average 9.7 runs per game. Walls finds the strike zone. Cooper Walls got the midweek start against Jacksonville. He went 3 innings on the 21st. 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Walked 1, struck out 3. And that's the pitch that he can be devastating with. So 1-2. Time call. They got to get Lugo Canchola out to the Gators bullpen. This one lifted toward Kurland. And the leadoff man, Terrence Keel, retired here in the top of the 6th inning. And so that'll bring up Jorian Wilson, who was involved in a collision that required the grounds crew to repair the field in foul territory down the right side when he collided with Hakopian in the bottom half of the 5th. 1 for 2 today with a right fielder as Walls misses way away.
Wilson from Hallettsville, Texas. There was a big leaguer named Logan Andrusek that pitched for the Reds, I think the Orioles. He's from there.
He drives this one out. Jones to the track, to the wall. It is gone. A home run for Jorian Wilson. So that's his 11th of the year and his second in as many days. Yesterday was a 2-run shot. This is a 1-out solo home run for Wilson. And it's 4-1.
Yeah, you just see the ton of talent Jorian Wilson has. A guy that really did not play a whole lot of baseball up until high school. I mean, that's a fastball right down the heart, and he barrels it.
And that was the problem yesterday for Gators pitching. Yes, you can look at a leadoff walk in the 8th in particular when the Aggies scored 2 runs, but the home runs yesterday, Harrison had one, of course Wilson, Partita, Krahovacs that went over the batter's eye. Everything was center cut. And against a team that has now 86 home runs on the year, you just can't do that. No matter where you are in their lineup, that's the dangerous thing about Texas A&M's lineup. There are tough outs 1 through 9, including this guy, Bear Harrison.
And they're a lineup where they're set. It's a set lineup. They know they're going to play every day. And when you have that confidence as a hitter, you know who's ahead of you, who's behind you, what you can do, hit behind a guy, drive in a guy. You know they're going to be there.
Sear won't get there. It's one hop off the right field wall. And Harrison's going to have a double now following the Wilson home run. So not what Kevin O'Sullivan had in mind with bringing Cooper Walls in from the bullpen.
Yeah, and he won't be out there much longer. I mean, you cannot let something like this get out of hand.
And just as you say that, Kevin O'Sullivan is out of the Gators dugout. So Walls got the little flare off the bat at Keel to get out number 1, but since the Aggies teeing off. So no call to the bullpen yet. Home plate umpire Raymond Gregson going to go out and have Sully make a decision here, stay or leave, and that'll be a leave. Walls is out, and a right-hander coming in for the Gators as the Aggies now threatening to add to a 3-run lead. New pitcher coming in for the Gators. We'll re-familiarize yourselves with number 15 when we come back. Well, the game very much in the balance here in the top of the 6th inning. A solo home run by Wilson has grown the Aggies lead back to 3. It's 4-1. And with that, Kevin O'Sullivan brings in the Gators closer, redshirt freshman Josh Reitner.
Yeah, and it's one of those now or never. You can't let this game get out of hand, and so you're going to bring your best guy in. He has not thrown this weekend, so they knew they were going to extend them at least 2 innings in this game, and he's going to probably have to go more. You can see the numbers. Look, we know about Reitner. Slider, 94 miles an hour top out. Fastball could top out at 101. He's primarily a two-pitch guy, but it's big. It's all just straight heat.
This is the earliest this season that Reitner has come in out of the Gators bullpen. And he'll face the 9-hole hitter Boston Kellner. Did not go well for Cooper Walls. He is responsible for the runner at second base. 1 out here in the 6th inning. Another factor into the decision here for Sully to bring Reitner in at the earliest juncture all year is how the Aggies have been when they've had a lead after 7 innings. They're 20-0 after yesterday.
And that's primarily because their closer, Freshcorn, who likes to go back-to-back, so I'm sure we'll see him today.
Yeah, I'm just saying, don't make it harder on yourselves because of that guy on the back end for the Aggies.
Yes.
Little chopper here, charging. Myers, got to hurry, got it across. So Harrison moves to third, but 2 outs here as Colt Myers never gave up on that slow roller.
That was a real nice play by Colt Myers. I mean, Boston Kellner runs pretty good. He had to make that all in one motion.
So now the top of the order, and one of the best in the country. Gavin Grahovac steps in here with 2 outs.
This at bat is called a scout's dream.
Why so? Other than what I already know about this guy.
You got big league talent on the mound and at the plate.
Yeah, this is power on power here. The next couple hitters. Popped him up. Plenty of ballpark here for Kyle Jones, and Reitner does the job. A little damage done here by the Aggies in the 6th. Home run number 11 for Jorian Wilson.
Yeah, Jorian Wilson shows you why he's one of the best freshmen in the country. Adds to the A&M lead 4-1, middle of the 6th.
Plenty of great pictures, obviously, from around college baseball. And, of course, this weekend in this top 25 matchup between the Aggies and the Gators. The rubber game of this 3-game set, 4-1 Texas A&M. Josh Reitner just kept it a 3-run game. Now the Gators go to work once again against Gavin Lyons. And the first pitch into Blake Sear is a strike. 3, 4, and 5 for the Gators here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Sears looking to keep a hitting streak alive. He's 0 for 2. He was hit now in 8 straight games. Lions came in the 5th inning. Sears sends this one out towards center. Sorrell's there for out number 1.
Yeah, that ball tailing back in on Sear got him. Because with that 3/4 delivery that you get, you just get a lot of run coming back in on you if you're a right-handed hitter. If he throws you inside, I mean, that's going to be the key.
Now Carson Bowen, and the catcher takes strike 1.
Now, if you're a left-handed hitter, he really will have you bore in on that.
Hard to barrel up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just moving all over the place. But right on right, arm side, it's going to go into that right-handed hitter. So if you don't allow for that, it's going to get you deep in the kitchen, as they say. And usually you just pop those up.
Kellner, 2 gone. One thing the Aggies have really helped themselves with today is what they've done to the 3 best hitters in the Gators lineup. Surowick, Sear, and Bowen all are without a hit. They play very solid defense, a .982 fielding club. It's 23 errors, a couple of double plays. Have kept the Gators from getting something cooking. Here's Cade Curlin. First pitch swinging, and it's off the handle. And Wilson's there, and that is the quickest half inning of the day. The Gators go down now. 1, 2, 3, 5 in a row retired. 4-1 Aggies. Brown's crew getting us ready for innings 7, 8, and 9. 4-1 Aggies, and Texas A&M sends Reitner back to the mound in a hurry because that was, as you pointed out, a 7-pitch half inning for Gavin Lyons in the bottom of the 6th.
And if you think about why is Reitner in this game so early, Kevin O'Sullivan had no choice. I mean, he cannot afford to let this game get out of hand. You got to bring in your best guy and hope for the best and hope your offense can mount something. I mean, Sully was left with very little options here. He was hoping Cooper Walls could extend it a little bit.
Yep.
But since he didn't, he's got to go with this guy.
So now Caden Sorrell, and Reitner's having pitch count problems. Reitner came in, again, as Nick just pointed out, we talked about him when he came in the 6th. His earliest entrance this season. Reitner, though, did a great job in getting Kellner to ground out and then Grohovec to fly out on a very small amount of pitches. So in a sense, This is probably where you were going to bring him in anyway because he hasn't been used on Friday and Saturday. So now really you're talking about 7, 8, and 9 here for Reitner. Even though he came into the 6th, you barely noticed, right? With regard to the workload.
Yeah, I mean, very, very limited. And again, like you said, he has not thrown all weekend, so he was going to go multiple innings. Only threw 5 pitches last inning.
Got it straightened out. And Sorrell into the batter's box with 1 hit in the series. And bottom drops out of that one.
Sorrell's like, I can't believe you threw me a slider first pitch. Nasty at the ankles.
Don't worry, Caden. You'll see the fastball. Off speed again, though.
Yeah, it was a slider that backed up right there. Those are by mistake.
Sorrell came into the series leading the SEC in RBI and a slugging percentage of .818. And out of all the guys in the lineup, with the exception, I guess, of Grahovac, he was the one, Nick, that I thought.
Yeah, you feared
high
him.
impact, sure.
Yeah. He's 1 for 12 in the series.
So there's the fastball by Reitner, but he's behind 3 balls and 1 strike.
And if I would have told you Sorrell would be 1 for 12 midway or close to the end of Game 3, you'd be feeling good about it.
Yeah. So full now to Caden Sorrell. But again, the deal is this. He's got 18 home runs. I mean, with 1 swing here, he makes this really difficult for a Gator team trying to come back for the 12th time this year for a win.
Yeah, this is another scout's dream matchup right here.
Stays alive.
98.
Yeah, Sorrell gets to see, like, this is a little peek at what's coming down my career.
There you go.
And Reitner's like, hey, here's a guy, I know I throw 100, but I can't make a mistake. Shot out to Jones. Couldn't have been positioned any better. 1 gone.
Reitner gets the out with 98 and a good swing and a line drive by Sorrell.
But here's the deal. Put your scouting cap on for a second. You just watch Reitner win the battle because he gets the out right, but do you read anything into the ball that Caden Sorrell hits off him at a 3-2 count? I know it's right, it's an out, but it's a line drive to center field.
Well, that's what probably tips the cap to the scout. I mean, he hit a line drive on 98. He wasn't late, he wasn't early, he was right on it.
Chris Hakopian up for the first time at the plate since the collision with Wilson. So 0-2 to the Aggie second baseman. And there's that left leg. He just lifted it again. That's the leg that was banged up in a collision with 6'4" Jorian Wilson down the right field line. Reitner makes some reach here. This one's also a souvenir.
Yeah, he's limping in the box after each swing on that leg. He's a tough guy staying in the ball game.
Yeah, and boy, I've enjoyed watching him play second base this weekend. 0-2. Sends a fastball out to left center. Jones got a really good look at it off the bat, and there are 2 away.
I mean, they rave about Hakopian being a team leader. They said this guy's exactly what you want in your ball club, and he's limping back to the dugout now. He's gutting it out. Obviously not 100%.
So 2 gone, and Jake Dewar to the plate. Having a good day, 2 for 3. Chops this one behind the bag. But Colt Myers is there, and Reitner gets a pretty quick 1-2-3 inning on his side of things as well. Time to stretch. Stay on your feet there, sir. We're through 6.5 in Gainesville. Seventh inning stretch here at Condren Ballpark. Another good crowd here. We've had good ones all weekend long. Albert sending the Cracker Jacks out. Gators coming to bat here down by 3. And we'll get you a defensive change here for the Aggies in just a moment. There's a new second baseman, but back to work is Gavin Lyons. And he'll face Stripling, McDonald, and Kendall. 6, 7, and 8 in the Gators lineup. Lyons has been very good through his 2 innings of relief work so far. Allowed just 1 base runner. That was a leadoff walk to Myers, and then that was erased by a double play. 1-1 to Stripling, who was walked today as well. 1-1. Stripling sends it out there for a base hit. So all 3 times Stripling's been up, he's reached. That's 2 hits to go along with the walk. And the leadoff runner is aboard for the Gators here, down 4-1.
Yeah, I see more playing time in his future because he's put some really nice swings on some tough pitches.
So the defensive change here for the Aggies is the new second baseman, Travis Chestnut. He replaces Hakopian, who we see has not been 100% since the collision with Wilson. Early let him bat in the the top half of the 7th, and that was it. Well, excuse me, caught by Grahovac and almost doubled off Stripling. Caden McDonald takes the bat right out of his own hands here, making contact on a check swing.
Yeah, he just kind of an excuse me deal, tried to stop it, and boy, I tell you, just inches away from a double play there. You know you got bad luck if that happens.
First pitch to Jacob Kendall's outside for a ball. Kendall's 0 for 2.
I don't know about personally Kendall, his bunt ability, but Gators need base runners. The whole left side's wide open.
I'd take a check swing even from him.
Yeah, check swing, it'd probably be a double. There's nobody down that line on the left side.
Runner being held at first.
And if you think about this too, Sean, you got a pitcher that's kind of lower slot. The ball's running away from the left-handed hitter. You definitely want to look left side.
Yeah.
He plays right into what you're trying to do.
2-1. We talked earlier about reach, remember, with Weston Moss?
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking about, the lower slot here or the release. And anytime you're below 72 inches, it's a drastic change in release. 72 inches being like, right around 6 feet. Head high, there's a big walk to Kendall. Nice job by Jacob Kendall. So 2 on, and the tying run will come to the plate. So anything, whether it's reach or a different release, in this case with Lyons, it changes the effect of what a fastball can look like to a hitter.
Yeah, it just gets on you quicker.
Yes. So the comeback effort for the Gators has to get fueled here by the bottom half of the order. Stripling singles, McDonald with the excuse me swing out, but then the walk to Kendall. And here's Myers, who walked his last time up. This is all about giving the top of the order the chance. He fights this one off foul past Taylor Black. The closer is up and warming now for the Aggies in the left field bullpen. And as quiet as like Surwick, Sear, Bowen have been all day, they still have a chance to say a lot about how this game's going to end.
No doubt about it. And wouldn't this be a time for Colt Myers' first home run? But he's just trying to put it in play here, 0-2. See fresh corn.
Check the runner at second and the pitch. Gutsy take on 0-2.
You see, and that's the thing, that late run will nip that corner, so you got to fight those off. You don't want to leave it up to the umpire.
Just back to the release thing for a moment. It's 56 inches as opposed to 72. That's even more of a submarine pitch, and a low strike punches out Colt Myers. Whoa. Gators have only struck out 4 times today, but that is at a very inopportune time.
Yeah, and maybe the pitch is low in a nice freedom by Harrison, but in this situation, anything remotely close, you just got to be fighting it off. You can't leave it up to the umpire.
So Jones steps in, but unfortunately now with 2 outs for Florida.
Wow.
Well hit, but well foul.
Straighten that out, and it's got to tie a ball game.
4 home runs on the year for Kyle Jones. 1 for 3 today. All the way back in the first inning was the single. Lead runner is Stripling. He can move. And an easy play here for Wilson in right, and the Gators will leave 2 on base here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Wow, an excuse me swing by McDonald. Punch out to Myers. Lions, it's off the hook. Well, we're through 7, and Texas A&M leads at 4-1. They led after 7 yesterday, and on the season, the Aggies are 20-0 when leading after 7 innings. Josh Reitner trying to keep this at a 3-run affair, as the top of the 8th will find Partita, Keel, and Wilson scheduled to hit. Harrison, the 8-hole hitter, will get a chance if any of those 3 get on. Aggies trying to stay hot after the sweep on the road last week at Baton Rouge, trying to win the series here today. Swing so hard that the armor comes off of the freshman freshman third baseman, beg your pardon. Easy for you to say, maybe not me.
But you're right, partner. I mean, they cannot let Texas A&M tack on here.
Reitner came in the 6th. He has set down 5 in a row. Gators did not need him on Friday. Aiden King was so good, and then the offense tacked on insurance late in game 1. And that's when Kevin O'Sullivan was able to finish the game with Barlow on Friday. Yesterday's game, A&M had a say in the non-use of Reitner because the Aggies, with 2 runs in the 8th, put the game to where Reitner was best served by staying still until Sunday. The question will be, what do the Aggies do in the bottom of the 8th? I mean, Lyons has been really good, but he's 3 innings into a relief effort.
Freshcorn has gone back-to-back with close to 30 pitches in each outing multiple times this year. So he's a guy that can handle the 8-9 if he pitched the day before,
Yeah.
even though he had, 36 pitches yesterday.
So full count now to Partita. Payoff pitch. Got him on strikes. There's your first strikeout for Reitner today. On either side, it's a game that's featured very few strikeouts. 4 now Aggies have struck out, 4 Gators.
Just straight cheese. That's the Linda Ronstadt pitch. Blue by you.
It's out number 1. And number 1 on the charts. Terrence Keel now. Keel's 0 for 3 today. Bottom, half of the order now. But as we mentioned earlier, the strength of the Aggie offense, tough outs, from top to bottom. Stripling's going to have a chance of this. And the out made near the first base coach's box. So 2 gone. I guess where I'm going with that, Nick, is that for Gators pitching, the tendency would be bottom of the order, just go right at the hitters. Be a little more careful here with this group, though.
Yeah, and Wilson's a guy who's stepping in the box here, obviously feeling pretty good right now. A couple of home runs the last 2 days. Went fastball home run off of Cooper Walls.
Big hop to Stripling, covering Reitner. Another 1-2-3 inning. So Reitner's retired 8 in a row, and he's held this game to a 3-run affair. Well, Wilson had the loudest swing of the day back in the 6th, that solo home run. But it's pitching and defense right now for the Aggies. They've held the Gators to 1 run. They've used multiple double play balls. And for the Gators, you've held one of the most high-powered offenses in the country to just 4 runs. But it's the Gators' offense in our game summary here, Nick, that just has gotten, clicking today and stuck here as we go to the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, and they got the closer in. And we talked about it. One of the better closers in the conference. Clayton Freshcorn went 2 1/3 yesterday, gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, struck out 3, but didn't walk any. And a guy they're going to let go they're thinking the last 2 innings. Fastball can get up to top out at 98. Curveball, sweeper, stopper to your watch list guy. And he sets the tone. He's a quick tempo guy. We saw it in yesterday's ball game.
2, 3, and 4 for the Gators, and Surowick swats the first one out of play. 0-1, and Ethan's 0 for 3 today. And we talked about the multiple double plays. Surowick has grounded into 2 of them. So the very best from both bullpens now in the ballgame. Reitner for the Gators, Fresh Corn for the Aggies. Here in the rubber game of the 3-game series.
I mean, the stat that pitching coaches love on Fresh Corn, 29 in the third innings, 8 saves, but 4 walks in 29 in the third innings.
Amazing. Going to get pitches to hit. Yeah, I mean, with 4 walks, a walk here in the 8th of the 9th would be shocking with Fresh Corn on the mound.
And quickly jumps out ahead of Surowick here. And as you're Michael Early right there, you're feeling pretty good about how you got this game set up right now.
You know, and here's the thing. It's 2, 3, and 4. Surowick, Sear, Bowen for the Gators, but they're combined 0 for 9 on the day. And this is what Aiden King did to the Gators on Friday. Just a lot of fly ball outs. 1 gone in the 8th.
Yeah, I believe somewhere around 14 was my final count on that for Aiden.
So that'll bring up Sear here and possibly his last trip to the plate, possibly, with an 8-game hitting streak on the line. And can he stay hot here in this situation? Wilson toward the foul pole. This is just foul, says first base umpire Augustus Griffin. Tried to wrap it around the pole.
It couldn't have got any closer.
Wow.
Wow. God, a couple of feet.
One thing I can't tell, Nick, is, you know, we watched Surowick fly out to right. Now this thing trying to stay fair down the line. Are the Gators a little tardy here with these 2 at-bats, or are they
because, you've gone to a guy now that's throwing 97. And he threw a 97 a couple of pitches ago. I know that. So you're a little late just because of his velo.
I mean, that's kind of what I figured, but sometimes, you know, hey, let's go where it's pitched.
And then you're also seeing a different arm slot. And he's another one of those guys that he releases the ball somewhere near his head, and that's hard to pick up. So when you got guys that are deceptive like that, you're going to be late.
Off the end of the bat, and Sorrell can't get to it in time. It's going to drop in for a 1-out base hit. So it's a 9-game hitting streak now for Blake Sear. And it's all about base runners now for the Gators.
Hey, any way you can find a base hit, you take it. You got to get that tie and run to the plate. Simple as that. Hey, Blake Sear right now, I mean, offensively, he has been carrying the Florida Gators the last couple of weeks.
So there's the first hit amongst the 2, 3, 4 hitters. Bowen steps in 0 for 3. I don't even know why they had to be appealed. So another thing about Fresh Corn, and I think it just came into play really for the first time, is he will want to quick pitch you.
Yeah, he's a tempo guy. Yeah. I mean, he'll get it back from the catcher. He'll throw it within 10 seconds.
Bowen sends this out deep to left field, to the track, to the wall. It is off the top and down for extra bases. The umpires may have to sort this out, but it sure looked like there's nothing untoward with the ball and the end of the play. That's a long way from us. Here's the pitch first.
Slider, he hangs it, and Bowen almost gets it to leave the yard.
Yep, it just missed Keel's glove and hits the padding.
That is crazy. It looked like it hit the top of the padding and somehow came back in the ballpark.
Kevin O'Sullivan came out to ask for a look.
It almost looked like a physics impossibility.
We've had trouble with the umpire's mic here yesterday and now today. That's Jeff Head. He's trying to get the microphone to work.
Well, we know what he means. They're gonna look at it.
Yes.
And that was the strange thing about hitting. It looked like it hit the very top and then somehow took an angle back in. You would think it would have gone straight up and not jetted back as far as it did.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Kevin O'Sullivan said. You may want to look at this just in case something strange happened back there. Because a home run here would be huge.
This is a crew chief initiated challenge or review. Florida still has 2 challenges remaining.
All right, so a double here for Bowen, and that's as tight a look as you're going to get, and it's enough.
Yeah, what a strange ricochet off that padding. It definitely stayed in the ballpark, but took a strange turn in.
So Sear is at third now. Bowen at second, and Curlin represents the tying run. First pitch swinging, he popped it up. Wilson fighting the sun is there to make the catch. Runner tags at third. Here's the throw to the plate. It's on the money, and out is Sear. What a throw by Wilson.
Yep.
And it ends up being a double play, and that ends the Gators' threat here in the 8th inning. My goodness.
Yeah, we talked about it. He's got one of the better arms in all of college baseball, and you're seeing it on display here. He gets momentum coming in, and he just unleashes a seed. The home, great play by Dorian.
Well, we brought you back from the commercial break. Kevin O'Sullivan and the Gators challenged the call at the plate, the tag out of Blake Sear. And so the play was reviewed in Birmingham. And Jeff Head is awaiting word from the replay center. This is the Hawkeye look at the plate. And this is huge. And so this is going to be a good look here. And he is probably going to be safe.
It looks like he's got the glove and mitt in, and the glove is not on the body just yet.
Yeah.
The runner. Florida has 1 challenge remaining.
Wow, they just called him out after that look. I don't understand with that look how that call stands on the field. So we're going to get one more look at this for you. Jorian Wilson caught a fly ball in right to retire Curlin. Sear tagged and came home. And this is what it looks like from the Hawkeye camera. Well, Jorian Wilson with a home run in the 6th, and then maybe a game-saving play in the bottom of the 8th inning. His throw to the plate was bang, bang, and the Gators challenged the tag on the headfirst slide by Blake Sear. This is, again, Wilson going to retrieve the fly ball by Kurland. We'll get you another look at the tag here in just a minute. 8-9-1 for the Aggies. Harrison, Kellner, then back to the top. Reitner has gone 2 2/3 so far out of the bullpen. That ball sent out to the fence, and sure enough, a solo home run by Bear Harrison. His 8th of the year and his 2nd of the series. So you want to talk about momentum swinging in this game. The Gators had 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, and then challenged a call at the plate that appeared to go their way but did not get overturned. And now, sure enough, here's Harrison to make it a 5-1 game. I mean, swift.
Yeah, Harrison puts a charge in. He's a triple away from the cycle.
Kellner at the plate now. I mean, 2 monster moments, bang, bang, back to back.
Yeah, completely deflating for the Gator side, and rightfully so, because you look at that replay and you're thinking, okay, 4-2, you got Stripling coming up.
Yep.
He's a guy that's got a couple of hits today.
That one's off the handle, and Kurland will put it away. Yeah, and you still have a runner in scoring position with Stripling coming up.
Yeah.
And the tying run coming to the plate.
McDonald on deck. You're feeling pretty good about the situation. Now you take that off the board. Now, look, Jorian Wilson made one heck of a throw. I know we could all agree on that at least, because that was one heck of an arm that kid has.
Without a doubt. I mean, and he put it right on the money. So Grahovac cuts, and strike 1 to the leadoff hitter in their lineup.
Now you can see why he was a quarterback, right?
Indeed. Just the 4th home run given up by Reitner this year. Reitner gave up one last weekend at Auburn, or against Auburn. Colt Myers at shortstop today for Lawson. 2 gone in the top of the 9th.
Even his ground outs are hard.
Yes. Everything about his approach to the plate, the sound of the baseball off his bat, swings. I mean, it's all future big league stuff.
And the Gators pretty much have handled him today, 1 for 5 for Grahovac.
So that'll bring up Caden Sorrell, who's 1 for 4. 1 hit in the series. Nasty pitch there by Reitner. So the Gators will send up Stripling, McDonald, and Kendall. That's at least who's scheduled 6, 7, 8 in the bottom of the 9th inning. And the crazy thing about that inning, too, was the Aggies had just brought in their closer, Freshcorn. And after getting the leadoff out, the pop fly to right field on Surowick, Sears singled, and then Bowen was an inch away from a home run. He doubled off the top of the left field wall. So the Gators kind of were getting after the Aggies closer.
Yeah, like you're saying, it wasn't dominant for sure.
I'm just still blown away about what we saw on the replay, and that apparently wasn't enough to overturn the call on the field. Because I think you would agree, Nick, that let's just say the call on the field was safe, okay? And then the Aggies challenged the call. Would there be anything in that replay that would tell you that they should overturn a safe call?
No, I don't think that would have been the case at all.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I could see that maybe they saw that I didn't see is the other mitt went over the plate and didn't touch the plate, but
not on the look that we got.
Yeah.
Quick work there by Reitner after the leadoff home run by Bear Harrison. 5-1. Last chance for the Gators coming up. Last chance for the Gators. Aggies trying to get out of Gainesville with a big road series win. 5-1 ball game as we go to the bottom of the ninth. Landon Stripling will lead it off for the Gators here, and Clayton Freshcorn will see 6, 7, and 8 in the Florida lineup. Sean Kelly, Nick Belmonte. Florida's lone run came back in the 4th inning. And right at the third baseman, who was way off the line. They had Stripling playing to pull, and he went the other way with it. And a big out for Partita and the Aggies. Kind of like that yesterday, too. Gators had a lot of atom balls.
Yeah, Landon Stripling has hit the ball on the nose 3 times in a walk.
So now McDonald with nobody on. He takes strike 1. McDonald's up for the 4th time. His last time up, a little excuse-me swing. Squirted the ball right at the first baseman. Partita again. Long throw across. 2 away here in the 9th. So the last chance here for the Gators at the moment is a freshman in Jacob Kendall, who's 0 for 2 plus a walk today. Freshcorn works quickly. And a base hit here by Kendall into center field. So in a pressure moment, the freshman delivers 2-out base hit. And Colt Myers has a bat.
Yeah, you want to get Surwick up this inning, and he would represent the potential tie run. I mean, that's the math problem you have right here. You got to get the next 2 guys on.
Any way you can.
Anyway, and then we're talking about it. They come inside with a pitch. Man, you got to let it plunk you here because you can't hit a 5-run homer. You just need base runners.
Myers has walked today. Sends the first pitch out of play off to the right. Otherwise, a ground out and a strikeout. Gators hit the road next weekend at Oklahoma.
You know, looking back on that play by Jorian Wilson, that's the first time this year I've seen someone thrown out at home plate by an outfielder that did not get cut off and then relayed.
Yeah.
It's been a weird year for that.
Threw it on one hop. I mean, a missile. And now the Gators down to their last strike.
You saw that Jorian Wilson thing on, it was YouTube, TikTok, whatever, of him picking up a ball and throwing it from the outfield in Baton Rouge last week to second base, and you could see what an arm he had.
He did not hold the runner on at first. The pitch, swing and a miss, and that'll do it. The ball game and the series belongs to Texas A&M. 5-1 is the final. The Aggies stay in the hunt for a chance at first place, and the Gators lose the home series and now 1 game over 500 in SEC play at 11-10 and 29-16 overall. Jorian Wilson with a home run today back in the 6th, and then catch the fly ball at Curlin and throw Sear out at the plate. Those are the 2 big moments for Wilson and the Aggies today.
Yeah, we knew coming in as Aggies team winning 9 out of 10 in their last 10 SEC games is going to be a tall order. They've been playing really good baseball in all facets. The Gators kept it close today, just couldn't get the offense going, and it doesn't get any easier. Oklahoma next weekend, but still, you got to feel good with what's ahead. Everything's still ahead of this Florida Gator group.
Sanderford will take the loss for the Gators. Weston Moss will be the winner in this one. 3 weekends to go in SEC play. It's been a fun one this weekend between 2 top 25 teams. For our entire SEC Plus crew and for my partner Nick Belmonte, I'm Sean Kelly. So long for just a while, and good afternoon from Gainesville.